Hello, this is Mike Konopka from Thundertone Audio. The name of this presentation is 5 Strategies for Successful Acoustical Design. I developed this program to assist my clients to develop a solid plan when designing a recording studio, video suite, production facility, home studio, control room, listening room, any sound-sensitive area. Here's some of my work. Tanner Monagle, a multi-room orchestral recording complex in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Pie in the Sky, my production and mixing facility. Check MikeKonopka.com for details. Here's a major label artist's private recording studio with variable acoustic treatments. My credentials include designing over 20 recording studios, audio engineer and broadcast mixer for over 30 years, analog tape restoration expert, and a founding member of EARS, the Engineering and Recording Society. My 5 design strategies include identify sound-sensitive areas, tailor acoustics for specific use, assess isolation and soundproofing, define the workflow, and put together an experienced team. Let's look at each acoustical design strategy in detail. Sound-sensitive areas may include music studios, voiceover and talent booths, audio control rooms and video suites, listening and conference rooms, and also home studios. Spend your money in those areas. When we're tailoring acoustic designs for specific use, we want to ask what type of sound-sensitive area is it? If it's a music studio, we're looking for longer reverberation times and larger spaces. We'd like good sight and traffic lines to other areas, a balance of absorption and diffusion, and also proper audio, electrical, and HVAC systems design. If it's a vocal booth, we're looking for shorter reverberation times, smaller volume proportional spaces, also good sight and traffic lines, as well as larger amounts of linear absorption with some diffusion, and also proper audio and electrical designs. Control rooms are always the shortest reverberation times, with proportionally volume spaces above 1,500 cubic feet, good room symmetry, bass trapping, absorption and diffusion, good sight lines, and proper HVAC and systems implementation. Now let's talk about assessing sound isolation and soundproofing. How does noise affect sound-sensitive areas, and how are sound isolation and soundproofing achieved? Understand that unwanted noise is transmitted through the air, through structure, and also through diaphragm action such as a snare drum. Conventional wall designs suffer from this noise transmission. So to achieve sound isolation and soundproofing, we employ decoupled mass construction techniques, use absorption schemes, control interfering noise, and design for isolation in our planning stages. Let's look at decoupled mass construction and floating walls. Here we see anchored steel framing with resilient channel. Resilient clips hold the hat channel in place. This system also works well with wooden framing. Notice here that the resilient channel is mounted to the wood frame members, and the drywall is then screwed to the resilient hat channel. Another floating wall technique is double wall construction. 2 separate walls are made. Audio and electrical wiring can be pulled between the double walls. Decoupled mass construction techniques are also useful for floating ceilings. In this case, resilient channel is suspended from sound isolation clips. This suspends the mass from the structure above. Here's one of my custom ceiling designs. Laminated masses are resiliently hung between existing ceiling beams for sound isolation. I'll also use these construction techniques for floating floors. Neoprene pads and perimeter material localize sound at its source and maintain sound isolation throughout the studio. Here's some examples of where to use sound isolation. Sound-sensitive areas, adjacent areas, whenever you want to control noise from entering from one area to the other. Place sound-sensitive areas strategically in your plans. My 4th strategy deals with questions to help define the facility's workflow. Take a moment to answer the following. This will result in a better marketing and business plan, as well as a better studio design. Contact me for more information. Don't try to go it alone. Understand it takes an experienced team to build a great facility. Realize you may need architects, contractors, engineers, a construction manager, and a qualified acoustic consultant such as myself. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch my 5 strategies for successful acoustical design. We've learned how to identify sound-sensitive areas, how to tailor acoustics for each space's specific use, how to assess sound isolation and soundproofing needs, how to define the facility's workflow, and why it's important to build an experienced team. This is Mike Konopka. I can help you design and build your production facility or recording studio. Give me a call at 847-222-1029 or check out my website mikekonopka.com or thundertone.com. Thanks for watching.